Well, it's been. I'm blessed na rin. I'm with my family. We're all safe, and pero in the sense of staying fit, staying in the condition, it's hard because you can't play 5-on-5s. You just have to work out. With limited, probably like six of you guys, and or even sometimes you just have to go shooting on your own because the protocols that we have here in the country, it's really hard. And lucky enough that we have a gym at home, so that helps me to stay in shape before I leave to Japan.
How has your workout been this whole pandemic? Like, what have you improved on? Since you said you have like a gym on your house and you're able to do like a bit of workouts. I see like on your IG stories, you guys are able to play, but not 5-on-5. Like you have like a trainer that you guys go to constantly. So, what are the parts of your maybe your body or your game that you've improved on a lot this whole pandemic?
Yeah. In terms of my body, I've learned to appreciate more being on a diet. It really helped me improve my game. I felt much faster since the start of pandemic, no, because before I was really the player who didn't believe in those a diet and caloric deficit. I thought that if you work out a lot in the gym, that'll be enough. But it's really important to take care of your physical health by watching what you eat. And so I disciplined myself in that aspect. And in the basketball side, um, I've been working out on my ball handling because later on in my career, I plan to play point guard, and I need to have a better handle package, to be playing in those top levels. And at my height, around 6'5", I really have no choice but to play as a point guard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you mentioned about the diet, and that's pretty rampant now. Like a lot of the basketball athletes, they really follow a diet, whether locally or internationally. So, what has been your diet like? Like, do you have a nutritionist to guide you with your diet, and how do they maintain like the certain type of body or strength of your body that you want for the coming season in Japan?
Yeah, in terms of my diet, I was just on a caloric deficit. I didn't really restrict myself from eating whatever, but of course, I limited myself to eating sweets. And by the I've been asking advice from Coach Tim Nutrition. He's been our
Mm.
nutritionist at UP since 2019. But later on, I decided to go on my own since I am from College of Human Kinetics. I just graduated last semester, so
Congrats, congrats.
with the knowledge that I learned in school, I just applied it to
Mm.
myself, and hopefully, it worked. So the hard part now here is just maintaining it, maintaining your playing weight, and especially now that you know lockdown na naman,
Mm.
we really have to be careful and be healthy at all times.
Yeah. Before I move on to the stint that you'll have in Japan, I wanted to ask what's like the biggest lesson or a few lessons that this pandemic has taught you, whether basketball related or life related, that really stuck to you, even if it's what 1.5 years na stuck tayo sa
Yeah.
bahay.
Probably what I learned is, you know, anything can go away in a snap. Like
Mm-hmm.
we didn't expect the pandemic to blow up like this. So I remember no March 2020. Um, that's the first time like a lockdown, diba? So everyone thought it was just gonna be a 2 week thing, but later on became like a 3 month thing, and those 3 months was really tough for me, and I think for everyone. And as basketball players, we couldn't play basketball. The courts were taken away. Like in our village
Mm-hmm.
here, the courts are closed till now. So, well, once it's over, I told myself I shouldn't take these things for granted, and be grateful with the things that you have right now. And I'm really grateful that this pandemic I got to spend more time with my family, and I got to learn more about myself since I would often have free time. So
Mm-hmm.
I learn new things cooking, baking, dancing. Yeah, those
Wow.
simple stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned nga na there's a lot to be thankful for, like here in this pandemic. Like also me, when I realize it, like at night when you think about it, like wow, a lot of people are struggling, and then even if you can't see your other family members or friends, it's still like you still should be grateful for what you have and what you're getting. And moving on to your stint in Japan, that's really one of the things that you'll be thankful for as being one of the Filipinos that were blessed to have that opportunity to play abroad and showcase your skills at that level. So what was the process like when you first were receiving offers for Japan? Like, because you were playing for Gilas, I believe, and then that was when you
Yeah,
got that was when you finally announced that you will play in Japan after like a few weeks or a month maybe. So how was the process like in Japan? Like, were they getting you before pa tapos you accepted it after Gilas lang? How was it like for you?
it's been a long coming actually. They've teams have been getting me in one since last year.
Oh,
kasabay
okay.
actually with 30 teams, but we had an issue about our citizenship. Me and one are
Oh, yeah.
dual
Yeah.
citizenships. We're also half Spanish. So at that
Mm-hmm.
time, the league didn't consider us as Asian imports. Not until actually uh, when one signed with this B2 team, that
Mm-hmm.
B2 team was able to help one uh, enter the league and consider him as Asian import. And actually, that was the one that opened doors to all the half Filipinos who are
Mm-hmm.
considered as Asian import, like probably Dwight. Dwight is half Filipino, like Bobby
Yeah.
Ray. So that I think that move one. Yeah, I'm really thankful that one got that offer because yun yung nagsimula ng mga to open
Mm.
doors for still foreign players as Asian imports in the B.League.
Yes.
So ayun, we've been waiting for like almost a year for that opportunity, and gratefully that this year it finally came to us, and di namin nagdalawang isip, we got the offer.
Yung mga teams ba that went for you, were there numerous teams that went for you? And if ever, yes, why did you choose Ibaraki Robots? I believe that's how you pronounce it. Why did you choose
Yes.
that team?
Well, you could feel pala if the team wants you because first of all, Ibaraki was the first one that came to me and my agent discussing the potential and signing me in, and then the other teams were like um they just said that they wanted to get me, and they already offered like this amount right away in the contract without even handling a meeting, because I think that time it was already June, so I think teams are in a rush to finding an
Uh,
Asian. So like three teams were just telling me, "Oh, sign with us already. Like this, we'll offer you this, like that." But
mm,
for Ibaraki, they held the meeting actually with they were complete, the owner, the presidents,
mm,
head coach, the management. So they all took some time of theirs just to meet me, and ako talaga, I value relationships with people more than anything more.
uh,
So after that meeting, I told myself like di na ako maghahanap ng iba. I'm happy with what I heard and what they have and what they have in store for me. So ayun, that's how I chose Ibaraki.
So yung team naman, syempre hindi ako masyadong familiar with the composition of the team, even yung mga ibang mga kalaban nyo. Pero for you, syempre, you kind of know like the coaches already and some of your teammates at least by name, or if you search them online, you could see their games already or highlights. So what do you think will be the strength of your team naman entering the season amongst all the other opponents?
Um, yeah, we're more motivated. We're for surely the underdogs because our team came from, we were at Division 2 last year, and
Uh,
we were leveled up because we went into the finals. So
uh,
we have this underdog mentality coming into the next season, and all of us are playing with extra motivation. We want to
mm,
show the world, the league, that we belong in B1, and we can play with the big teams as well. And yeah, and that gives us really confidence. We'd have team meetings, and that's what our coach would always emphasize us, that we should always be motivated, and Now that we're here, let's prove that we belong here.